Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call to Arms Gates of Hell Last Stand base building game mode. In today's video, we're actually back on this massive trench defense for the German army. We have miles and miles of hedgehogs, sandbags, trenches, tank traps, and more. This is going to be a very well fortified defensive area. However, last time around, we actually lost this battle because the enemy army was so large. So I figured, let's make it even larger. This time around, we are 1v8ing 8 heroic US armies. This is going to be absolutely insane. This is going to be like tens of thousands of US Army soldiers charging into our trenches here. However, the big thing is we now have 60 minutes to set up our defenses. So we have seriously increased the amount of time we are allowed to base build here. And we've already burned a minute on the intro. So let's get right into business and start by purchasing an engineering truck. So our headquarters is back here at the church. Now, this area was very hard to defend in the last time when we lost this battle. So I do want to make sure we build some defenses back here, but I also want to make it so the trench line in the front is easier to hold, making it so we don't have to have the backline defense basically try and carry the rest of the battle for us, because that's what ended up happening. So if we could go ahead and hold the front line for as long as possible, we might just be Gucci. Now, we do have some defenses put here for us, like there's Flak 36 right there, very powerful gun. There's also some pack guns in different slabs of concrete over here. There's machine guns within the pillboxes, Pack 43s, etc., etc. So that will be helpful, but this time around, we're going to go very hard on the mining, and we're also going to try and build some more barbed wire and hedgehogs. I know there's a ton already on the battlefield. However, all of this is just going to get blown up, I'm pretty sure, by the enemy army right off rip. So I do want to make it so like the enemy can't come through this right side here. I want to force them to go down middle. So that means putting a strip of hedgehogs along here. I'm not super worried about infantry. I'm more worried about tanks. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Let's also go ahead and purchase some AT miners as well as AP miners, bring them up to the front lines. Actually, the AP miners, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spread out AP mines all throughout the city back here and just make sure our back lines aren't going to get stampeded by waves of infantry right off rip. It's easier to slow down enemy tanks than it is to slow down enemy infantry in this game, so that's what we're going to go with for that. Okay, let's go ahead and get these hedgehogs built. I think the enemy can spawn in this area here, so we need the hedgehogs to kind of like start around here, going behind that hedgerow, and then leading on up to these hedgerows over here. Enemy tanks can definitely get over that. I'm not sure if they can get through there, though. This might make things a little bit more tricky because the hedgerows aren't super well defined on this map. Let's actually just go ahead and cut it across, maybe like so, and then we'll fill the gaps that get blocked by that fence, and then the enemy will be more pressed to go to the far right side instead of this far left side, and then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side of the map over here, forcing more enemy tanks down the middle so we can concentrate more mines in the middle. By the way, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I have a few goals for this year. I'm hoping to reach 750,000 subs by the end of the year, which would be absolutely nuts. So if you guys help me out with that goal, I would greatly appreciate it. I also am starting to work on book 2 of Army Men Blight of the Empire. Of course, it won't be called Blight of the Empire. It'll be called something different because that's book 1. But in the Army Men book series that we have, and I'm hoping to get some more reviews on that so I can put some on the back cover of the book. So if you guys have read it or want to read it, link in the description below to the Amazon page to buy Army Men Blight of the Empire. And then if you want to review it, that would be greatly appreciated because it does help me out a ton, and I'll have some more quotes for the back cover. Okay, we're getting another engineering truck out this way. This one I'm going to park actually a little bit closer so the AP miners can go ahead and just snag extra from it. Let's also get tank crew so we can pick out the extra mines from this one here. All right, you guys went up to the barbed wire, which is perfect. Now we'll go on the other side and just, you only have 5 mines, so you won't be able to build all that, but that's fine right there. All right, these guys have 4 more mines they're just going to lay down. Here comes that truck. Beautiful. We're doing well. Still got 54 minutes on the clock. This is actually the longest we've ever done a defense for in terms of the actual base building itself. We've never gone this long. However, I think it's going to be very necessary. 8 heroic armies is honestly absurd, and I don't know if we're gonna do it, but I want to try, that's for sure. These hedgerows definitely cannot be penetrated by tanks, so we can block these off really nicely, actually. Yeah, this is a good area for us. So we'll send the other engineers out this way, and then we can concentrate on mining like this field over here, I think, which would make our lives a lot easier. Let's also bring our AT miners over this way. These guys are still setting up those hedgehogs. These guys are reloading at the engineering truck, and here comes these tank crewmen. We'll also get another pair of tank crewmen over this way to scoop up the stuff from here. I'm also going to add more like trenches and things like that on our HQ and off to the sides of the HQ as well, because last time around we had enemy infantry just rocking us over here, not to mention their artillery. That's another thing I want to do. We do have the doctrine that allows for Nebelwerfers and SFHs. We're going to be buying a lot of those. It also allows for Flak 36s, which is really, really helpful. So those are another item that we are going to go very, very hard in the paint for. Okay, let's go ahead and get these mines down, just a long line of them, and then we will start to scatter them more so after we get one official long line down. We're also, of course, going to fill the trenches with a lot of infantry, but we definitely need to wait a little bit of time to get that done. All right, let's go ahead and get the next line of tank mines down over that way. Beautiful. Okay, and then these guys are ready to roll, and we will just establish a nice hedgehog line down this way, blocking these open paths and things like that. It's also good to get them down on the hedgerow itself, because sometimes the tanks can kind of like skirt their way around, so just getting a solid wall there is good, and then it also acts as backup, which is always nice too. Alright, these AP miners, let's go ahead and start getting more so in here, because there's less likelihood of enemy tanks going in this way, and more likelihood of enemy infantry going in that way. These guys will also go ahead and snag up those other AP mines from the truck, and we'll start scattering these puppies around too. I'm thinking actually maybe a nice row diagonal across here, and then another row going up this way, because enemies tend to go diagonally from their spawn towards the HQ, so this would be a natural progression to the stairs there, and then if anyone goes up this way too. Alright, beautiful. So we've got some serious mining to do. I'll start time-lapsing a little bit of the mining, but we will be checking in for progress as we go, of course. Alright guys, we've got 30 minutes left for this setup. We do have some more mines that we're going to go ahead and throw down. Keeping the mines on this half of the battlefield still, because this is where I want to really control their vehicle output. Basically just stop them from getting stuff towards us as much as possible. So that's where we're putting the AT mines, AP mines on this side for the infantry bum rushes and things like that. But we've got so many mines down all over the place now. I think it'll be enough for now. Of course, this is a lot of armies we're dealing with, so you never know. But we've got all of these spent AT, AP miners, and engineers who we're going to go ahead and start filling out the defensive positions of. So the the Pack 38s are going to be manned by these guys. The Flak 36s are going to be manned by these guys. As many of them as we possibly can use on these things before we run out. But we're going to go ahead, get that going, put as many of these guys on there as possible to hold these positions and prevent the enemy from coming in. Now, beyond that, we're also going to go ahead and man those tanks up once we get the chance. And then we're also going to start spamming out infantry into these trenches. I think infantry will be the main problem in all of this, because the tanks will be stopped, hopefully, by all of the mines we've put down. Oh, there's not as many big guns as I thought there were. Huh. So yeah, I'm really hoping that the tanks will be slowed down by that. And then the infantry is going to be the harder of the two enemies to really deal with and stop. We're going to get these guys into MG34 turrets, which are always fun. Also got some MG42s. Some of the bunker MG42s can be a little glitchy actually getting soldiers in them, so I'm hoping that actually works. So let me go ahead and I'm going to start doing all of that stuff. Let's see if we got more mines in here. No, I think we've tapped out pretty much all of our big guns. The big guns. We'll get some more mines like this though, just for good measure. I've also dug out tank pits up top and some infantry pits. Not all of these locations were diggable, since some of them are concrete and things like that, so you can't really use engineers on them. But I tried to put as many down as possible around these areas and extinguish, the remainder of our engineering stuff that we can actually use. Get you guys into these machine guns throughout here, which will probably run out of ammo, and there's a lot of them, but we'll sort of selectively choose what to reload with Opal Blitzes and stuff like that once they're actually out of ammo. We'll pick the ones, obviously, that have the most kills there. Okay, let's go ahead, distribute that infantry. Okay, so we've hit a bit of a roadblock. I've just kind of spammed out infantry, but I am going to distribute them more so that they're not all stacked up against each other like they are currently, because that could lead to a lot of death. Not good, not very nice. But we are basically out of combat points, so I was going to purchase a lot of artillery, and I still am going to purchase some artillery at the very least. But we're very, 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 very limited. We can only get one in terms of the number of combat points we have left. Hopefully we receive more combat points, because those do open up slowly as you play. So that would be good, but right now we can only get the one artillery piece. Not the end of the world, though. That's still pretty much good enough for now. I think the first couple waves, at the very least, should just be stopped by our sheer amount of mines, but afterwards is when things will start to get a little bit more dicey, and we're going to want that artillery out there to help us out against the enemy. Okay, so let's redistribute a lot of this infantry out here. We will set up our artillery piece. It's an SFH coming out, and I think we'll put it like right around here. Nice open field, and we have plenty of infantry to cover it a little bit farther up here, which is great, and we'll peel some back this way too, so it can be as effective as possible. Good. All right, guys, we'll continue the setup here. It's coming along. I can't imagine us doing too poorly, but then I remembered we're fighting 8 heroic AI, so it could go horribly. Okay, guys, we're at the point where we have no more combat points, and we're basically out of stuff to do. So we got 6 minutes left on the clock. Let's just, I'm excited to find out what happens. I did adjust the view distance to be smaller, and that should help with the lag a little bit, but this could still be a fairly laggy battle, given we're fighting 8 heroic armies. That's a lot of troopers that are going to be on the field. So, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, we got 1 minute remaining in the defense setup. This is going to go one of two ways, I feel like. Either we are impenetrable, and the enemy never breaks through at all, and we have a goated defense here, or this is the worst thing ever, and we just explode and lose immediately. I feel like there is very little in between. Now, as soon as it starts, I'm hoping we get more combat points so we can purchase some more SFHs and Nebelwerfers. That would be ideal. We'll see what happens, though, because we do have the money for it. We got tons of money. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. Come on. Everyone spawn on the south. If they spawn behind us at all, which I don't know, it might be possible with 8 enemies on the battlefield, we're cooked. We're cooked. But I'm hoping they all spawn over here. Please. All right, let's see. 8 armies are about to spawn in. Here we go. Lag. We're good. We're good. We're okay. I already hear an explosion going off. I don't know what that was. Okay. All right. Good. No one's spawning behind our lines. Holy cow. That's a lot of enemies. Just please don't blow up our hedgehogs here. I should have laid some mines over here, shouldn't I? Hey, nice. Killed the M7 Priest there already. Hitting some banger shots here. M26 Pershing coming on through. Please destroy that. My guy. Oh, it didn't roll straight in, so it only got damaged, I think, right there. Rest of our stuff doing pretty well. They have a lot of GMCs out here. We also, by the way, did not get any additional combat points. Good, we killed the Calliope almost immediately. That's beautiful. Okay, more mines going off here. I think our AP mines over here should start doing some work soon. That is so much infantry. Oh my goodness. Computer's actually holding up a little bit better. I'm sure it is thirsting for coolant, but it is getting a solid 18 FPS, which is not bad. Our lines are getting a little bit hit. I mean, we're losing troopers somewhere. I'm not totally sure where, though. Can you focus on that 155? Because if that big boy starts firing at us, we could be cooked. Here we go. AP mines over here. Starting to pop off as infantry comes in. I just want to see the infantry die to this, honestly. Let's go. Huge. It's like watching in slow-mo now. Okay, what's going on the far right? We still good? We're still good. The tanks can't come through here, which is great. So they can fire at us from back here. Our Panzer IV-H is doing its darndest to prevent bad things from happening. Let's see if we can't nail this real quick. It literally is like we're playing in slow-mo, though. It's so laggy. Hold on, let's just hit this guy real... well, maybe we should kill the M7 Priest before they repair it. Come on. Big shot. No, it shot straight through. I'm not going to direct control anymore because that is so unbelievably laggy. Alright. We've freed up, through death, some combat points. Let's bring an SFH over this way and a Nebelwerfer over this way as well. And then we're also going to go ahead and get a supply truck over here for both of them. They must have a Calliope firing at us somewhere. Yep, that Calliope, although tracked, is still alive. Please kill this Panther. We're losing soldiers. Alright, give me another SFH over here. And another supply truck over here, too. Okay, hoping that kind of clears up our problems with the sheer number of infantry coming up, which there's so many death charging forward, our infantry in the trenches is basically unable to slow them down enough. Also, the enemy tanks are starting to get a bit of a foothold and kill some of our trench units here. There's very little micromanaging I can do with this much lag going on, I'll be completely honest with you. Losing a few more soldiers, but I mean, we are walloping these guys. Absolutely. Red are dead soldiers right now on the battlefield. Yellow are dead of our soldiers on the battlefield. This is a problem. That's why we're getting all of this artillery geared up over here. Let's bring it even closer to the front lines. We need to keep these suckers back. Go over there. And you're still going over this way. Danka. Uh-oh. It looks like some of our men died on spawn. That sucks. Alright, hold on. It's fine. Let's drag this out over here. Go! Alright, that thing is back alive. Good. You've righted the ship. Get on it now, and we'll bring that Nebelwaffe out there. Alright, yeah, we need the reinforcements over this way. Let's get another Jäger squad in here. Might as well do 2. We're getting walloped! God dang, I'm surprised this Panzer IV-H is still alive, to be honest, though. It's kind of impressive. That ain't too bad. Yeah, buy a Tiger, bring it over here. And let's buy another one. Bring it over this way. Alright, good stuff. Woo! Alright, they're trying to bring a Browning through here. We're losing our infantry in this sector. Let's go ahead and replenish. I mean, it's a major problem that our guys just are not going to be able to stay alive, really, I think. It's going to be rough, to say the least. Alright, move this. Bring it over here. Good, sir. Alright, unlock this. Roll this forward. Go ahead and rotate our big boy. And let it free fire, because we are going to have enough money to constantly be getting some of this, reinforcement supply. Okay, we're on our way. A little bit of a hiccup with our guys running over our own stuff, but that is perfectly fine. Come on, pick it up and rotate it, baby. All right, this thing gets tracked, but that's okay. It's still up and running. Come on, let's hit this. Okay, missed, but still hit some other stuff. Look at all the vehicles over here tracked. That's the nice thing. The enemy is getting tracked like crazy. Alright, main gun damage on this. Get some repairs down. Alright, good stuff. I'm going to start going ahead and getting actually a few additional pieces to defend this area. So I'm going to get some flak guns up here and maybe some MG42 up here. Just some smaller, lighter things that are going to be able to hopefully tear it up against the enemy when they do break through here, because that might be coming up, honestly. Let's also get a Tiger up here. And how about a Stug? And we'll bring the Stug maybe to the middle section, or maybe here. That's a good spot. Okay, getting that going. As long as these Hedgehogs hold, we're good. My god, they're using their own artillery against us in spades now, and it is bad. Here's all that infantry now. Hold on. You guys back it up, because they're coming through big time. Just go ahead and reinforce these spots back here instead. I think their infantry will just blitz through our front trench line here because of all the support they are getting from their own vehicles in the back. Let's side angle this. Back it up here, side angle it. Side angle this one too, because I think those tanks in the back are just going to absolutely obliterate us, so there's no point. Let's go ahead and also get some additional squads up here too. Try and get that cooking as much as possible. Alright, you guys come on forward this way. How we doing? Alright, so... What? Where'd the other vehicles go, guys? The things you were towing? Oh, are you the guys who got all caught up and exploded and stuff? God dang it, you guys are idiots. That might not be far enough away. Hold on, get back in. Then we'll self-destruct. Hop back in there and drive it a little farther away. Alright, yeah, so you kind of cooked our artillery prowesses over this way because of that, but that's okay. Whatever. This thing only has 1 kill anyway. I don't even know how that's possible. The enemies are so clumped together. We're definitely going to need more infantry up this way for sure. Get them up. But we are kind of maxing out our combat points yet again here. Alright, Tigers over here chilling. They've got this blockading them, and they've got their machine gunners at the ready. Let's go ahead and pull these troopers back as well. Come on back here, boys. You're better off up here. You're better off. Let me see if we can. You know what? Let's just, yeah, take out some of those troopers back there. This area is where we're getting most congestion. Alright, give me another Goebbels Flaka squad. We're just going to really yeet a lot of stuff in here. And what's nice is that the enemy big boy cannons and things like that, they probably won't be capable of firing all the way back here, so we might be safe when we're back here. Because right now, all this artillery is able to hit our trenches super easily. But the stuff back that way might be okay. Well, this guy could easily go ahead and get a grenade off. Oh, okay. I did not mean to throw it there. Yikes. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. The last few troopers here kind of dying out right now. That's not fantastic. Should we bring you guys from back here forward a little bit? Help out while those reinforcements come up? That'd be pretty great. Wow, only 5 minutes have passed in-game, but 10 minutes have passed in real life due to the fact that it is so laggy. That's crazy. All right, you guys kill these guys while the rest get into positions. Hold on, they're too busy crawling. We might be able to get this. Kill them. All right, a little bit of a weird little fight going on right there. Not the greatest. That's all right. They're kind of merging into here and getting toasted by our troopers. Repair that real quick. Tanks here still good. Very nice. Okay, this puppy is pretty damaged. Get me some repairs on it. It's got 40 infantry kills and 7 vehicle kills, so that thing has gone ham. This thing needs repairs yet again. All right. Okie dokie. Love to see that. All right, bringing these guys over this way. Distributing troopers. Fire that. Okay. It's fine. We'll clog them up here, and then once they all die out, which they will probably eventually, we'll bring these guys farther forward over this way. And let's get another Goebbels Flaka squad up here, and we'll just put them into the building where they should be able to make it into just fine, hopefully. And we've also got our flak guns finally making it to the front. Excellent. This might honestly be a little too close, so bring it back this way. I think you'd probably just get slapped around there, and that would not be fun for you. Rotate that around. I hear incoming Calliope fire. That's not very fun. You try and kill that, because that sucks for us. Alright. You guys, set up sandbags. Free fire. Perfect. Alright, and you can also set up sandbags and free fire. That Calliope is eating us right now. I'm also going to get a second supply truck here. Good. Alright, you can explode, and that'd be fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. It says this is damaged. There's no damage being reported, so I don't know what to do about that. That's fine. Alright, hold on. Go ahead and get a Calliope over... Or, not a Calliope, a frickin' Nebelwolf up. Yep. And then this thing is over here now, which is great. Here's the lag spike as the next wave of enemies spawns on in, and oh my god, it's horrible. That's so much. Oy vey, did you... Okay, someone just ran over our own trooper, but whatever. Okay, good. They're gonna hit lots more mines here in an attempt to come forward. We layered up these mines nicely, so hopefully we can still hold. That's so much infantry, though. Holy cow. Our minefield here is already half gone. This is literally just the second wave because it's so laggy, bro. Absolutely absurd. Alright, here they come. Come on. Hit those mines. Good. Excellent. That's what we like to see, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. Oh, brutality right there. Absolute brutality. Alright, go ahead and jet out of that, please. Let's go ahead and set up some sandbags on this one so you don't die instantly. Good, and then we'll set up some sandbags on this one as well. Alright, we got those reinforcements inbound here. That's good. And then we want these guys to get on over that way. And then we'll get more Goebbels Flaka over here. And then we'll get some more inside the building as well. Actually, maybe next to the building. and then we'll redistribute them as needed. Okay, good stuff. More infantry's coming forward. Their vehicles are getting stopped right now, but this line of mines is pretty much gonzo, so that's not helpful. They have so many vehicles back here. Look at the mini-map. We are outnumbered by so much. The infantry's the main problem, though. At the moment, at least. I don't want to get mortars, because I think with us having so much infantry as it is, we would cut down a ton of our own guys. So I'm going to stick to getting mostly flak guns right now to deal with the infantry, and hopefully choke point them off in some crucial areas. That'd be really swell. We'll bring in some MG42s as well, a little bit of a cheaper option. Yeah, we need to deal with this infantry, though. That is for sure. I'm glad we got these Tiger tanks over here, too, because they will do pretty nicely, I think. All right, more flak guns coming on in hot. And we also are going to want some more infantry up here as well to protect said flak guns and get some in the buildings and stuff like that. Okay, good stuff. Here's big infantry rush coming up this way. Oh, these infantrymen, that's a horrible position. I don't know why I stuck you there. I don't know if I meant to, but you're there, so retreat back now. Okay, those guys are coming up. Still working on repairing the Stug. It's almost repaired, actually, so those guys will be rejoining the battlefield very soon. I think more troops in the actual, like, middle section here would be great, because these guys are going to come dead down that way. Over here, the minefield has still stuck to it, so that's great. I'm gonna get actually a couple infantry squads around here, and then we've got all these ones still over here, so that's perfectly fine, and they'll be able to stop them. Go and move this. This has 32 kills now, so it's popped off considerably better. This thing, can we actually get you to fire? That would be pretty helpful, Nebelwerfer. Alright, we'll fire out this way. It should be an open field, so yeah, it's gonna manage to get through without hitting any other stuff, so that will come through there, and it is on free fire mode. It's just not really free firing for us, so that's not the most helpful, but hopefully it gets going fairly soon. We'll go ahead and rotate this one around as well, which will be glorious. Alright, rotator, and then go ahead and set up a sandbag on that, and free fire, baby. Okay. Good stuff. Look at all that infantry. My god. They just keep on coming through this way. Alright, maybe we do need to get a few mortars over here. I do. This mortar is towed? What? Okay. I don't love it, but we do keep on kind of losing this position over here, and I don't like that more. So we'll get in a few mortars, at least a few, and then we'll bring in a supply truck for them, since mortars run out of ammo so quickly. We do have our MGs up here now, though, so that's really good. We love that. All right, and we are stopping them. That's good. But again, you know, in 3 minutes, they're going to have another huge infantry wave coming through, and that'll be really bad. We're still dealing with the tanks with the mines, so that's good. If these tanks were coming forward right now, it would be Jover. I mean, even still, they're basically using them as artillery and just slamming us in the back, so it's not good for us. It's not good in the slightest. But at least they can't come in here and just, like, absolutely dominate us or anything like that. They are still subjected back there, which is great. Let's also go ahead and ramp up some of our defenses back here, too, just in case they push through massively. We're actually kind of running low on money. I mean, we have so much money simply because it's a 1v8. The game just auto is like, hey, we're going to give you a crap ton of money because you're super outnumbered. But even that we're running out of right now, ever so slightly, so that's a bummer. Alright, more flak guns coming forward. I'm just sending this forward so it can go off and die. Alright, actually, let's see if we can blow it up right here. Self-destruct. Very nice. And you're going to want to get out of there and run. There you go, bud. Why don't you go ahead and get into this? Otherwise, you're cooked. Here, go and get in the bunker and just try and hold the bunker, buddy. That's the best you can do right there. Yes, sir. Alright, these have been pretty heavily damaged, I think, from some enemy shelling or something. I don't know. We could go ahead and put a couple of backup tanks back here, just because I want to protect this stuff. We've invested quite a bit in our Nebels and artillery, so might as well. They've got quite a number of mortars and MGs coming forward over here, so I'm going to try a little bit of Nebel fire, and we do get a couple kills right there. That's good to see. Very nice. 1 minute until the next wave comes up. Alright, it's just been some shelling back and forth. I don't like these mortars being here, but not a ton I can do about that. Can you please shoot that? You're right there. Just shoot it. 1 second, and the wave comes in. Here we go. Oh, there's a capture point for us. I do want to see how much is coming in, because if the enemy doesn't get those capture points, they start to dwindle in their own supplies. Right now, that does not seem to be a factor, as they're still getting a ton of very, very high-powered stuff and a lot of infantry spawn. Look at that. That's disgusting. Yeah, so I don't think they're anywhere near dwindling right now. That's just not even close to happening. We'll target that infantry over there. All right, our mines are still blowing up nicely because we layered this a whole awful lot. Yeah! I think we'll probably be safe for the next couple waves of enemy tanks at the very least. Let's see, they're going to come through here. Nice. Beautiful! So much for your Sherman 76. Alright, let's go ahead and get sandbags on that flak gun there. We've got all of our mortars up here too now, which is great. So I think they'll do pretty well here. There's not too many enemies that they can team kill up this way, so that's good. Why don't you pivot and fire, bro? Like, what are we doing here? You want to move this? Can you not move this? Come on! There we go. Now it's moving it. Very slowly. Alright, look at all that infantry. That's disgusting. Come on, we should be able to just absolutely wallop these guys. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Hello. Huh! Eraso! They are super gone. Let's go for this mortar now. Oh, we only have 2 more HE shells for this pack 43. More Torgano! Oh, nope, they ran in front of it! I think we missed anyway. Or that guy got evaporated. I'm not entirely sure. Can you not fire down enough to hit this guy? Ah, it's so weird. It's super hard to move this thing. Why is this so difficult? Okay, here we go. Oh, it is a hard shot. I can't lean down quite enough. Unless we hit the head. Nope. Alright, sad. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a supply crate up here, and we'll wedge it in the door like we did last time around. Alright, so here comes that enemy infantry. This flak gun should do crazy work, though. We also have a Tiger tank up here. Should be very, very, very capable of destroying a ton of these guys. Let's go ahead and get another flak gun over this way. Let's get one up top here as well. And why don't we slide one in over here behind this one to back it up, and one up here, because that will just dice up any enemies that come even close. Not to mention our infantry is, you know, going wild. They're doing a great job over here too, so it's not too big of a deal. Not bad. Not bad, me boyos. Oh yeah, we could capture this point, by the way. Get a little bit of a refund, a little bit more money our way, yeah. That'll be great. That'll be great. Okay. Not bad. We're doing well. Look at all that infantry coming forward, though. Honestly, mortar over here would go pretty hard as well. But we have a Nebel, which is, like, even better. I don't know why it's not firing over here and wiping out all this infantry for us. Let's zero in just real quick. Let her rip. All right, boys. There. See? That's all you got to do. Fire the Nebelwerfer in the general direction, and at least a few of the shots will hit. Look at that. Beautiful. Some of them fell very, 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 very short, but not too big a deal. All right, let's actually get another Nebel over this way. And we're probably going to want another supply truck over here too, but can't get it right now. This infantry's still alive. They're firing away. This flak gun's got 30 kills. In fact, that needs an ammo crate, because that is going hard in the paint. Holy cow. How's this one doing? No kills, but that's kind of to be expected. It's just way back there. This one we might want to get an ammo crate for as well, since you're kind of back here. Any other ones? This one's got 7 kills. It's probably going to want an ammo crate, because these things just tear through ammo real quick. Alright, I'm going to back this up, actually. Get that back here. I might blow up this tiger, because it's just eating up some of our cap points. Might be a good idea. Might not be too shabby. These guys are very stacked up on each other. It's best to get some serious spacing in your units, but it's easy to become very lazy in battles like these, where you have so much money, it kind of feels like, well, what's the point? But there is still a point. This thing has 32 kills. We can get some more sandbags down, and we can also get it a German ammo crate, and it'll probably get some more kills for us. We can also get the Flak 37. Oh god, this is another towed vehicle. I wish they weren't towed, honestly. I know they get to the front lines faster, but when there's so much clutter going on, it's a little annoying. Alright, let's get these guys out this way. Help protect that flak gun. Got supply crates outbound. Very nice. 2:41 on the clock. We are abso-fruitly tearing it up right now. We got all the reinforcements coming in too. Oh, that died before it could get there. It's sad. Alright, this thing might be donezo then. You guys did a great job, but sadly, yeah, the enemy is kind of coming in a little steep for us. Let's go ahead and get you guys out here. Beautiful. Alright, this machine gun... Oh, it's a flak gun. Flak 30. Still alive, but you guys just all hopped off it. That's fine. Just get back on it, baby. Alright. Well, we're doing exceptionally well. There's the Nebelwerfer firing away. This guy kicked all of its crew out, so hop back on that, boys. And we'll buy another supply crate over here for these guys. Let's go ahead and rotate this one around. Good stuff. Good stuff, my lads. We're crushing it at the moment. Alright, these enemies are barely an inconvenience. Let's time-lapse for a bit here, because, yeah, we are doing exceptionally well. While we watch the mortars at the bottom left here, we got the flak guns over this way, and we can see the enemy infantry charge in and get walloped. Okay, about 4 minutes of holding there, and the enemy is starting to creep through here. That's just how many troopers are coming through. It's just that they can funnel more and more soldiers, however many they want, really. So I'm going to reinforce where the mortars are right there. I'm also going to reinforce these areas a bit further. I don't think we're at threat even close to losing this area, but I just want to be ready in case the enemy starts coming through this way. But we're still holding very nicely. This can be remanned, so do it. Good. You get on that too. Not to mention, we still have all these AP mines over here, so I'm not worried in the slightest, honestly. Oh, those guys are very close. I didn't realize. All right, get this guy out. You're gonna help out until the infantry arrives to fully kill the enemy. All right, move around here. Oh, good. Mortar's killed. Good job. Very nice. I mean, we're just killing it. Look at the tanks out here, boys. That's insane. Our Nebel has made it to the front lines, and it is ready to rip. Might shoot it into these. If you direct hit with a Nebel, you might kill a tank, so it's worth a try with them so stacked up over there. They're just kind of shelling us, which is really annoying. Oh, they are all missing the tanks. That one came close, but no. Oh, that one hit and killed. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so, yeah, I guess it's worth it, kinda. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that they are relentless. Still 36 minutes left on the clock, but at the very least, we kind of killed them this time early. I'm going to bring in another tank here. I'm actually going to move this away. Move it back here, I guess. Let's get a sandbag wall going here, and we can't get anything else because we are at max capacity, or else I would get some ammo for that. All right, let's go ahead and watch for a while. I'll leave the HUD open so we can at least see the minimap as well as the icons in the blue and the red of the enemy. Alright guys, 10 minutes in real time ended up going by there, and we're still holding great. I am going to buy that supply truck for up here now. That way, we can resupply these big boys. This guy also is going to need a little bit of a resupply. Yeah, I mean, we just kind of holding, though. Is great. We're going to need another supply truck over here, though, too. We'll grab that. Looks like this got diced up, so let's go ahead and refill that with some more troopers, and then we'll go ahead and actually get troopers kind of back here, since that far right area is kind of going down. We're still taking out the enemy tanks super easily, though, so that's great. Let's also go ahead and get another tiger here and a tiger here. We're going to start kind of just prepping our back line here for the enemy for the next 25 minutes of assault, because they'll probably start really creeping through now, and I want to make sure we are stuck in nicely. Let's get Jagged Panzer over this way. There's the reinforcements coming in. I mean, we're doing great. Like, the enemy is not even close to destroying us. We're probably gonna win this, I think. Let's bring this one over here too. Why are you stuck, sir? Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of infantry charging out this way. We have a lot of our own infantry, as well as mortars, of course. The problem is, this is blocking the mortars from getting additional supplies. So we gotta kind of scooch this in forward, top left, and then get the other one in. But it's completely damaged. Can it move? It can move. Good. All right. Whoa. SFH. Going ham right there. Bring the other one in right where that one was, and should start resupplying all those mortars. Beautiful. Love that. Oh yeah. Look at all that enemy firepower coming in, and we are just curb stomping them, baby. Heck yeah. Alright, we do need you to get in there. Go. Resupply the boys. Beautiful. I don't think we're losing this one, guys. I think we are absolutely dominating, and we'll continue to. Enemy tanks are still getting stopped, hard stopped back here. They are not able to get forward at all. There's so many tanks in the tank graveyard over this way. I think we've got this in the bag, so let's continue to watch here. Ooh, little explosion actually takes out a decent number of troopers there. But we're still fine. We're still fine. Let's watch back here, because we got all these tigers back here, all this ammo, all these guys. And we can see that enemies getting felled. Yeah, guys, we are continuing to hold here. This is one of those battles where the setup just worked, and we did not need to adjust it or tweak it or anything like that. I mean, mildly as we went, but not like a desperate defense by any means. Okay, a little bit of splashback here. The tanks are getting closer and closer, so that's probably what we're seeing right there, is them managing to get close enough to actually get some shots off and things like that. Let's go ahead and up the ante by bringing in a few more tigers, since we've lost enough stuff that we've freed up enough space. Now we're really almost out of money, though, so should probably cool it after this. Let's go ahead and bring this in here. You guys come up here too, get some more ammo for yourselves, since y'all running out. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I mean, 16 minutes left, but we are fully cooking the enemy here, so I don't think we have to do much more. Let's keep watching. Alright guys, we just have 5 minutes remaining on the clock. This is a shoe-in at this point. We're killing the game! They're getting a fresh spawn, and their spawns are getting weaker. Look at that, just an M20 right there, and infantry. Mainly infantry is pretty much all they're getting. A little Hellcat right there. A couple lighter Shermans, nothing crazy. They did breach a gap here. nowhere for them to really go. I mean, they can come kill this stuff if they want to. But we have a tiger up here waiting for them. We're also capturing another point here, so yeah, I think they're not gonna do much, to be honest. We've pretty much got them into chokehold. We only have 208 MP currently, so we did go broke, but we're about to get some more from that point. Let's just let it play. Well, guys, there we go. 3,158 kills for us, 700 deaths, 180 vehicle kills, 48 vehicle deaths. This was crazy. The hour prep time went insanely hard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.